guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be testing out a bunch of brand new drugstore makeup. I have lots of newness in today's video. I have the brand new Profusion X Mean Girls collection. They were so kind to send the entire collection over. This video is not sponsored, by the way, but I do have some PR here that I'm going to be testing out, and this looks so cute. By the way, like, I love Mean Girls. It is one of my all-time favorite movies, so this is like iconic. So I have the entire collection. I also have this new COVEGIRL Outlast concealer. I picked this up from Walmart. And then I also have the new LA Girl Tinted foundation. So lots of good stuff, lots of like popular makeup. So we're gonna put it all to the test and see what it's all about. So I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a snack, and if you are new, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell that way you're notified every single time I upload. And let's get into a full face of new drugstore makeup. Also, the background is new. I don't really know if it's permanent. I still want to like do a couple things in this room. I have yet to like really decorate because this room's always a hot mess. But there's a couple things I want to do. Like, I need to get some sheer curtains, add some more like decor to the walls, but I just wanted to switch it up for today's video. I don't know if this is going to really be permanent. It's just a change of scenery. So anyways, let's get into the eyeshadows. So I have, like I said, the Profusion X Mean Girls collab here, and there's actually a lot in this collection. So these are each named after the main characters of Mean Girls. Let me know if you guys have never watched Mean Girls. Please watch it. Like, please, it is such a good movie. So this is the property of Regina George palette. Very pretty, like purpley mauve tones. And then this one is the property of Karen Smith. I think I'm actually going to use this palette today. So this one looks really pretty. Oh, this one looks gorgeous. This is the property of Katie Heron. Look at those warm tones, you guys. It looks so pretty. And then we have this one here, and this is property of Gretchen Wieners. So I love the pop of teal in here. This is so beautiful. So for today's look, I'm going to be using the Karen Smith palette. I'm loving the tones in here, and like this shade right here looks stunning. And then we have the North Shore High School Yearbook eyeshadow palette. I love the detail in this. It's so beautiful. So that's what the palette looks like on the back. And when you open it up, you have a cute little mirror, and then you have all of the eyeshadows in here. So I'm actually not going to use this today. Maybe I can use this in another like drugstore makeup look or something, because I really do like the tones in the Karen Smith palette. So this is what I'm going to stick with today. There's also a ton of lip products and everything, and more products in the collection, but I'm going to start with the eyes first, and then I'll move into the rest of the products. So I'm going to just prime my lids with my favorite NYX Proof It waterproof eyeshadow base. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here, First Cousin. I also wanted to mention there is a super cute mirror in this collection. I love it. It's like a really good size. This is $6, and the most expensive thing in the collection is that large Yearbook eyeshadow palette that I showed you guys. That is $15, but everything is under $10, so super affordable. That's why I love Profusion. So I'm just gonna pop that color right in my crease. It's like a really light shade. And I'm using an e.L.F. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. This is one of my favorite blending brushes. It comes in a set with a couple other brushes from e.L.F. that I love. Oh, this is a nice color when you build it up. Then I'm going to take this color right here called I'm a Mouse, duh, and I'm going to be applying that on the outer crease. And oh, this color is really light. I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, but I'm just going to take that on the outer portion of the lid crease area, kind of just blending that. Oh wow, this is like a different kind of color. It's like kind of purple, kind of blue. I'm going to kind of blend also as I go and just blend out the edges. Okay, so it seems to build up really nicely. It's a very, like I said, unique kind of color because it looks more blue in the pan, and then when you actually apply it, it's like more purpley. It's weird, it's different, but okay. So really just different kind of color. The formula is a little bit light on this. It's not super pigmented, the shade. You do have to build it up quite a bit if you want more color. I'm going to apply a lid shade, which I feel like is going to make this look so much better. I'm going to apply a shimmer. I'm actually going to take this pressed glitter. It's what it looks like. And this one is in 30% Chance. So I'm going to dip my brush, and then I'm going to spray it. I'm actually going to use the Profusion X Mean Girls Regulation Hottie Cooling Face Mist. And I'm just going to use this to spray my brush. Wow, this is so pretty. Wow, this is actually really beautiful. I love this color. I feel like it makes your lids really look like just wet and glittery and so pretty. I really, really like it. Okay, now for the outer crease, I'm gonna add a little bit something because I don't know, I'm not crazy about that shade. I'm a mouse duck. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this color Cough Cough, and I'm just gonna apply that on the outer portion where I applied the purple blue situation. I'm just taking that color and kind of just mixing it there. I will say the matte shades don't seem to be all that pigmented. You really have to build them up, which isn't really a big deal. I mean, the palette is affordable, but I have tried more pigmented shadows. I feel like from Profusion, you can see they do build up pretty nicely. I love the glitter though. Like you can see you get a little pigment, but at least it's buildable though, so I guess I can't really complain. Then I'm gonna take the same fluffy eye blender brush from e.L.f. This is actually a clean one. I have a couple of these in my collection because I love this brush so much, but I'm gonna take the shade Good Kisser, which is like a light lavender. And I'm just gonna run that in the crease just to kind of diffuse those shades and still get a little bit of like that purpley kind of moment in there, because I do like the undertone of the shade. It's just I wish it was a little bit more pigmented. So I just swatched the shade Fifth Sense, and it looks like it's going to be one of those colors that isn't really going to have a lot of color. It's just more so like the finish of it is very glittery, so it's going to give your lids maybe like a little glitter moment. So I have to say, I think the 30% chance color, like the pressed glitter, is probably my favorite out of the palette. I'm not really too crazy about the mattes, but I think everything will come together once I'm all done with the rest of the look. So let's keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna do some mascara and lashes. I have the Plastics 4-piece faux mink lash set here. These actually look really, really pretty. I'm loving all the different styles. So we have some natural ones and a little bit more wispy and dramatic. I would say the Katie Heron ones are definitely the most natural, the ones up top. I think I'm gonna use Regina George, the lashes right here. They look really pretty. So I'm gonna put these on. I don't have a new mascara. I'm just gonna use the e.L.f. Big Mood mascara, and then we will jump into the skin. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes are giving me a little bit of a hard time, especially this one. So I just put more glue and I'm just waiting for that to dry. While I wait here, I'm thinking I'm gonna use the Yearbook eyeshadow palette, and I wanna add just a little bit more of like a brown or something to the outer crease, just because I'm not crazy about this and the way that it's looking. So I'm gonna take the shade Not My Fault right at the bottom. It's like a nice brown, and we'll see if this, oh yeah, this seems more pigmented than the other colors like right off the bat. But I'm gonna see if I can just kind of add that here. I had to rip off my lashes like twice, by the way. Super, super annoying. It's just like, I think one of those days with the lashes. I think lashes always look so much better on this eye versus this eye because I have two different eye shapes. So I'm gonna try to reapply this one and kind of just make it a little bit more so that this eye looks more open, because this eye always looks more open than the other. Now I wanna watch Mean Girls. And today, actually, when I'm filming this, it's a Wednesday. So maybe I will. Mean Girls is one of those movies that I can have playing in the background because I know every single word to the movie. I've watched it like probably 100 times, not even kidding. All right, after like literally like not even kidding, like 25 minutes trying to put these lashes on, I finally got them on. They don't look perfect. I feel like one eye, the right eye, of course, always looks better than the left eye. This is like my good side and my good eye. This is like very open, this eye, and then this one is more like a football shaped almond type eye. It's more closed in, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get with the lashes. I actually do like the lashes, but you definitely have to like play with them a little bit, because if not, they can make your eyes look a little bit droopy. But they are really pretty. They just struggled to apply them. I don't think it's really so much the lash. I think it's just more so it's one of those days. Let's move into the skin. So I did prep the skin, by the way. I used the Milani SPF 30 primer. This is one of my favorites, and I just let that sit in for at least like 5 minutes. So now that that has settled, I'm gonna use a different primer over top because that more so feels like a moisturizer. I just felt like my skin needed a little extra moisture today. So I'm using this Carter Beauty Hold Tight Perfecting Primer. I've never tried this before. Avi, but this is what it looks like. This brand is available at Walmart. Oh wow, this is like a silicone type of primer, which I really don't love. Oh, but this one is actually pretty smooth. Oh, there's still glitter on my face, and I just spent time trying to take it off, and there's still literally a bunch of glitter. Like, why? It's like I have a love-hate relationship with glitter because of that reason. It just flies all over the place and you can never get rid of it. It's pretty though. Okay, so I'm actually not hating this. Normally with silicone primers, I feel like they tend to just not really do much. And then my products tend to kind of just slide all over the place and not really like stick to my skin. But the formula of this feels really nice. It absorbs into the skin very nicely. And it doesn't feel really oily or like greasy on the skin. It actually feels really nice. And I didn't use much, but I feel like it really made like my skin look super smoothed out. Now I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Tinted Foundation. I have this one in Warm Sand. So they actually sent me all of the shades. So hopefully this will match me. And I have to say, this is a little pamphlet, by the way, with all the shades. And I love all of these models and just how they displayed all of the shades. Super helpful, and I believe this is on their website. Hopefully it is, because this is a really helpful kind of guide to find your perfect match. I love that. So this says it's a lightweight sheer to medium coverage hydrating formula, paraben free, fragrance free, and it also is formulated with provitamins and ginseng. So sounds amazing, and I really love LA Girl face products, so I think this is gonna actually match. I'm gonna use my Haley's Beauty Brilliant Kabuki brush. Definitely does have sheer coverage. It doesn't really actually, like with one layer, cover up really much of anything, but I'm gonna build it up. This to me is kind of like a tinted moisturizer. Gives you literally a little bit of a tint, really light coverage, and it is very hydrating, but you can still see like, you know, things peeking through, any imperfections, scarring that you may have. But it does say on here, it's a lightweight formula. It's not meant to be like full coverage. I'm gonna just try a little bit more right here, just because I have these little annoying marks on my face and I want to cover them up. Okay, so a little bit buildable. Even building it up, it feels super lightweight. You could always apply something like this, and then if you want a little bit more coverage, like to spot conceal, you could use like a full coverage concealer for your under eyes and then go over any spots that you might need. It is really pretty though. It does, like, I feel like even at your skin tone and kind of just like enhance your natural skin. The finish is definitely natural. It doesn't seem to be too dewy or matte. So I agree with the claims on this. I do have a concealer here that we're gonna test out. This is the COVEGIRL Outlast Extreme Wear Concealer, and I got this one in the shade medium beige. I saw this at Walmart and haven't really seen too many things about this. So this says it is a full coverage concealer that instantly conceals discoloration and blemishes. 24-hour wear, lightweight on the skin, blends easily, and imparts a flawless finish. Transfer proof and waterproof. Let's check it out. I think this is going to be a little bit too light for me, but as always, we will make it work. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. So it is a little bit pretty thick. Ooh, I'm liking how creamy it is. Okay, I think that's enough. As I continue to put more on my face. All right, I'm gonna use my e.L.F. Camo Concealer Sponge. I feel like it dries kind of fast. You have to really work with it pretty quickly. You can see as I'm blending it, you have to be pretty fast. I actually don't really feel like it's that full coverage. I feel like their undercover concealer is a lot more full coverage than this personally. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. You definitely have to work with it instantly because it's one of those concealers that I feel like it will dry very quickly and then you won't be able to blend it. Let's see if it covers this though. It does. I'm going to use my e.L.F. Flawless Concealer brush just to blend out the inner corners a little bit more. So I would say it has medium to buildable coverage. It's not really super full coverage right off the bat, but it is really creamy if you blend it instantly. I'm going to do a little bit more also on this side just to make it even. Okay, it's actually a pretty concealer. It looks really smooth. It looks nice with the tinted foundation from LA Girl because it has more coverage than that. So I think like using something light coverage and then with a little bit more coverage, it kind of just, they both like balance each other out. Okay, the concealer actually looks really good, especially now that I built up the coverage a little bit more. I think it looks really flawless. Okay, next up I have the NYX Bear With Me Luminous Cheek Serum. I saw this at Ulta a few weeks back and I'm just now about to test it out. I don't know exactly if this is like brand new, but it's new to me, so I'm gonna try it out. I love their cheek tints that they have, so I thought this would be really pretty. And this one is in the color Peach Bronze. Oh, I got some on my leg, but we're good. So I like to put some on the back of my hand. I just built it up quite a bit to show you the color. That is what it looks like. Definitely Luminous has like a dewy finish, it seems like. Yeah, it doesn't really have a lot of pigment. Let's try applying some directly. Even if you like something natural, I feel like this doesn't really look like much. It kind of just blends away. So there's like no color payoff to this really. So this is one of those cream blushes that looks like you're gonna get some sort of tint, but then once you blend it, it kind of just blends away and then there's like nothing. So this is what I'm gonna do. I have a new putty blush from e.L.f. I know their putty blushes are not new, but I have a new color that I'm gonna use today. So let me grab it. So I have the e.L.f. putty blush in the shade Caribbean. I've never tried this color and I know it's like very bold. I got it mostly for fall looks, but I'm gonna use it today because I love the putty blushes. They are some of my favorites at the drugstore. Oh, this is like a pretty like kind of raspberry shade. So I'm just gonna put some. Okay, see, like that is pigmented. That is what I like to see. I'm just gonna blend that out with my foundation brush. So I have a new pressed powder. This is the Milani Make It Last setting powder, but I don't have a new translucent powder. So I'm just gonna set my under eyes in like my T-zone, and then I'll set the rest of my face with this. And to set, I'm gonna, just to keep everything drugstore, I'm gonna use the e.L.f. Halo Glow setting powder. This one is one of my favorites. And now you can see more of the glitter on my face, so that's cute. Let's just pretend that it's supposed to be there. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna use the Milani Make It Last setting powder. It just looks like a transparent powder. Also looks like a good touch-up powder. So I'm gonna use this just to set the cheeks. Ooh. First impression, I love the fact that it's a colorless powder. So if you have any cream products underneath, it's not going to remove that color. You can still see everything peeking through. Okay, that powder is really nice. It feels nice on the skin. It doesn't even feel like I put powder on, but I feel like it set everything really, really nicely, and I like how it's colorless. Okay, now for bronzer, blush, and highlight. I have these little trios from, again, the Profusion X Mean Girls collection. So these are called the You Glow Glen Coco, it's a tongue twister, palettes. So this is the Candy Graham palette, and this is the lighter one right here. So I'll probably end up using this bronzer. And then we have the Candy Graham 2 palette, and this one is a little bit darker, as you can see. So these are what both of the palettes look like. The one up top is lighter, the one on the bottom is a little bit darker. So I'm gonna use the blush in the darker palette, but I'm gonna use the bronzer from the lighter palette first. And this one is Can't Sit With Us. I'm gonna dip in here and do a little bronzer. Okay, this is really light. Let's dip into the darker one, just to see if we get a little bit more color payoff. Oh wow, I actually feel like I can use the darker. I thought it was gonna be too dark, but I think I can use the dark palette. It's not as dark as I thought. It looks darker than what it actually is. Okay, so this is nice. This color didn't really show up on my skin. Maybe I'm a little bit too tan for it, so maybe if you have super fair skin, that would work for you. It's so light. Like, it's like really light. I don't know if this, maybe if you have actually super fair skin, it would show up, but it's super light. Now this one is called Jealous, the color that I used, and you can see it is actually very wearable. Like, swatching it, it's definitely a lot lighter when you swatch it and on your face versus in the pan. So this is actually a lot more wearable than I thought. And then for blush, I'm gonna use the shade So Fetch. Oh, also pretty, very pigmented. Let's blend that out. Now for highlighter, I'm gonna use shade in the lighter palette right here. This is like a pretty gold. It's in the shade Secrets. Okay, that, did not expect that. That's pigmented, okay. Wow, I thought it was gonna be as light as like the bronzer. That's a lot of highlight. This is like 2016 all over again. Wow, that's pretty though. I really did not expect that. I thought it was gonna be as light as like the bronzer. I also just realized I forgot to use the cooling spray. I'm gonna use it after to like melt all the products into the skin. Wow, that's really pretty though. It's actually really smooth. Like that's a gorgeous glow. Complexion is looking pretty good. I'm really impressed right now actually. So I'm gonna move into the lips and then we'll finish up the lower lashes. So we have 3 little lip kits here. We have a gloss and then also I think a liquid lipstick, I believe. So this is Regina George, her lip set. They all look very, very similar. So this one is Gretchen Wieners. This is a little bit more on like the brown side. And then this one is Karen Smith. I think I'm gonna go with Regina George. Yeah, I'm feeling Regina George today. So this is a soft matte lip cream and then you get a high shine lip gloss. Oh wow. It's like a bubblegum pink. Kind of cute though, I like it. I used to really never love pink on my lips, but it has really grown on me within the past couple months and I don't hate it on me and my skin tone. And I used to think it made my teeth look super yellow, but this is cute. I like it. I think it looks really nice with the eye look too. So now I'm curious to see how the other shades compare. So I'm gonna swatch the 2 other soft matte lip creams, the Gretchen Wieners and Karen Smith one. Up top we have Gretchen Wieners and then on the bottom we have Karen Smith. So similar kind of vibe, pinky, mauvey. Let's see if this one is kiss proof. And it is. So I love that. It actually feels really comfortable. I like how much pigment you get and it's like really opaque with just 1 layer so you don't have to build it up. I'm gonna top it off with the gloss and see how it looks. Okay, but like I'm loving this little glossy pink lip. This is so cute. I really like it. I'm getting like honestly like spring vibes from this look. The consistency of the lip gloss feels sort of like a lip mask. Like it's very creamy. It's not sticky. It feels really nice. So loving that. Now we can finally finish up the eyes and then we'll be all done with the look. I'm gonna go back into the same eyeshadow palette that I was using, of course. I'm just gonna go into Cough Cough and then Something Fun. I'm also taking a little bit of that shade I'm a Mouse Duh, which is like that purpley kind of blue color. I'm just also adding that to the lash line. I'm just gonna add some black liner to the waterline. This one is from NYX. And we need a little inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna use the same highlighter that I used on my face. And then before I apply some mascara, I'm just gonna use the Regulation Hottie Cooling Face Mist. It doesn't really say anything about making your makeup last. I think it's really just like a refreshing kind of spray. It says this is not just a regular mist, it's a cooling face mist that will make you feel like a Regulation Hottie. So I'm just gonna spray my face just to like melt all the products into the skin. It definitely smells like mint. It kind of smells a little bit like toothpaste, but it's not bad. It's very refreshing. I feel a little bit of the coolness coming in now. So this is the completed look. I actually really love the way this turned out. I think everything really came together once I applied the lip color, which is honestly by far my favorite thing out of the entire collection. I didn't think it was going to be my favorite, but it's really, really nice. The formula, the color, the finish of it is perfect. And I love the fact that this soft matte lip cream is really pigmented without using a lot and it's kiss proof. So honestly, everything else I really did like and it worked for me, minus the Luminous Cheek Serum from NYX. This was just like not even pigmented at all. Once I blended it out, the pigment was completely gone, which is unfortunate because it's a really pretty color. But yeah, this did really nothing for me. But other than that, I did like everything. The eyeshadow palette wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't terrible. It was definitely doable. The mattes weren't the best. I think Profusion definitely has some other mattes that are a lot more pigmented, but like I said, they were doable, and the ones that I did use were buildable, which is nice. But my favorite color is that pressed glitter in 30% Chance. It is so beautiful and just very sparkly and pretty. So I really like that, and that definitely saved this look for sure. So I'll have to keep using maybe maybe some of the other palettes in this palette here to let you guys know my thoughts on the shadows, like final thoughts, because obviously this is just a little first impression. I really like the lashes. I like the way they look more on this eye versus this eye, but that tends to happen with a lot of my lashes, but I think this is a cute little lash set. The cooling face mist was nice too. I feel like it just melted everything nicely. I have so many setting sprays though, so for me this isn't really like 100% necessary, but it did what it was supposed to do. This putty blush also in Caribbean, so pretty. This is like such a nice raspberry color for the fall time. You need this. I love it. I also do like the cheek palette that I used. Surprisingly, I like the darker one more than the light one. I wish they had more shades in these because this is actually really nice, and the highlighter and blush are super pigmented. I also really like the concealer and foundation combo. This is definitely to me something more that's like a summery type of product, but I know not everybody likes a lot of coverage, so I guess for every day it is really nice. I like it personally with a more medium to buildable concealer just to kind of balance out the coverage. That's why I really liked the combo of the COVEGIRL concealer with this, because I thought it was really nice together. And I also really liked the Milani Make It Last powder. I love the fact that it's colorless and it was so lightweight, and I think that is officially it for everything. So overall, I think we have another successful drugstore first impressions. Lots of great products. I will keep you guys updated on anything that I use again, because I always use products more than once usually, unless they completely do not work, like the NYX serum. I don't think this is gonna work like ever, but I will keep using everything else and let you guys know my thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried any of these products. I would love to hear from you, and if there's anything else you guys want me to test out, leave me a comment down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so it is the next day and I just wanted to pop in here because I did test out a couple of the products that I used yesterday again today, specifically the Mean Girls Yearbook eyeshadow palette. This is the palette that I used today on my eyes, and I love it so much more than the Karen Smith palette that I used yesterday. I mean, although I loved that glitter that I used yesterday, that was so pretty. But today I did dive into some of the pinks right here. I used this glitter on the lid. This one is called Awesome Time. I also used some of the orangey warm shades in here, and the mattes were beautiful, creamy, pigmented, really easy to build up and work with. So I'm super impressed with this palette. I think if you are looking into the collection, I would say go with the larger palette versus the smaller ones. I know I didn't use all of the other smaller palettes. I only used the Karen Smith one, but I love the variety that you get in this palette. I think you can create a lot of really pretty looks with this, and I mean, this is so cute. So I feel like this is definitely a winner. It's 15 bucks for all of these eyeshadows, so it's a really good deal. So this is another favorite from the collection, and the lip kit. I'm actually wearing the Gretchen Wiener's Soft Matte Lip Cream today, and I love the way that it looks. This mirror is everything. For 6 bucks, this is a really good quality mirror. Also, in the Mean Girls collection, I forgot to mention yesterday, you do get the little makeup bag, which is pretty small, but what I like about it is that it does look like it's gonna be really easy to clean. I'll probably include this in a giveaway because I have so many makeup bags. And then there's also the 5-piece mini brush set. I didn't use this just because I have so many makeup brushes. I think this could be really cute also, again, to travel with, or if you have a little girl and you wanna just include it in her little play vanity or something. They are really cute. I actually love Profusion's makeup brushes, the ones with the black handle. Those are amazing. Wanted to mention the LA Girl Tinted Foundation. I'm wearing it again today. I didn't use the COVEGIRL concealer today. I used my Hailey's Beauty full coverage concealer because I wanted a little bit more coverage, but I did really love the way that this wore yesterday with the COVEGIRL concealer. I will insert a clip here. This was around 9:30 p.m. When I was finished filming, it was like around 2. So I didn't have it on for a super long time, but it was a couple hours and I was outside. It was hot, it was humid. I had a really busy day yesterday, and I feel like the foundation and concealer and everything wore beautifully. Super impressed with this. I'm actually excited to keep using this tinted foundation because I think it's going to be really pretty for every day. If you're not looking for a lot of heavy coverage, I think this is a good, like, just everyday kind of tinted foundation, tinted moisturizer type of product. I just wanted to let you guys know my thoughts on using some of the products again today, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon officially in my next one. Bye.